Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure now and an honour for us to be here today to do this for MMC Ireland members. So today is a lunch and learn session on Built Smarter 2, Ireland's first RIAI-approved CPD course dedicated to modern methods of construction, MMC. Some of you may know me, some maybe not. For those who do not, I'm Alan Boyce, Senior Marketing Manager for CPAC Modular. I'm joined here today with my colleagues, Niall, who's our Construction Director, and we have Brendan, who is our head of projects. We have Moss, we have Rob, and we have Brian. So full house here, and we're all looking forward to questions later on. So today is going to be an introduction to what we have had approved. It's not a CPD qualified course for the attendees of this, as there are strict rules with the RIAI in regards to how we can dish out the structured points. So we're just going to move on here. So as we said, the introduction, modern methods of construction, the future of modular buildings. So, as an introduction, our CPD journey began in late 2024 when we hatched a plan to hold a unique event early in the new year. But that plan morphed into our first accredited CPD, Built Smarter, a unique educational experience on a live construction site. Over a 6-week period, our CPD attracted close to 250 attendees from a broad range of sectors and professions. Post-event, we reflected on what appeared to be a surprising lack of knowledge or understanding, want of application and potential of MMC amongst the attendees. We explored ways to address this and quickly realised a key requirement for audience acceptance was an endorsement by a respected professional body. Towards the end of 2025, we applied for a structural point certified CPD accreditation with the Royal Institute of Architects of Ireland. On February 13th, we received level 1 approval, and this is what we're doing today. So we launched it. We had a launch event for it, and at that event we had a panel discussion. The panel included Sean Murphy, Managing Director of CPAC Modular, alongside leading architects Rory Ryan from Ryan and Lamb, Fergus Flanagan from Fergus Flanagan Architects, and Barry Foote from Ready Architecture. All have successfully integrated MMC into their practice. We were also very honoured to receive a quote from Taoiseach Micheál Martin, who said that the launch of this course on modern methods of construction is an important milestone for the construction sector and a clear signal of the innovation now emerging across the industry. By equipping architects, engineers and designers with the skills and confidence to embrace new building technologies, CPAC Modular is helping to accelerate the delivery of high-quality, sustainable projects in every part of the country. This is exactly the kind of forward-thinking approach we need as we work to build homes, schools, healthcare facilities and public infrastructure more efficiently and more responsibly. I welcome this leadership from CPAC Modular and look forward to seeing the impact it will have across the wider economy. I know today that Paul is actually in with the Department of Taoiseach today and representing all of us as members, and we wish him well in his endeavour today. So now I'm just going to play a very short video just to show you what.
As usual, there's no sound.
No sound, all right. I'll change that now, but sorry. Actually, what we're seeing here is from the factory side and onto site. We prep the site first. We don't have it on site. We have our bid prepare, which is available for our clients and clients on the project. See here, precast concrete lift core coming in. We use both 3D biometric and 2D on this particular project. It's part of the smarter one. We have a piece of functional live site, and the part of the what you can see. Here's the finished product. So that just gives you a bit of a taste of what we do and what this CPD has been designed to promote. It's one of the things is the CPD is not designed to promote a product or a company. It's designed to inform architects and architectural technicians to new techniques, materials, and systems. We start and this by using an establishing description to set a base of understanding when we give these to architectural practices. We say modular methods of construction is a term used to describe a range of off-site manufacturing processes, on-site techniques that provide alternatives to traditional construction. We continue with a positive positioning statement that it is generally accepted that widespread MMC adoption has the potential to transform the Irish construction sector by increasing productivity, pace and delivery, industry resilience and sustainable practices. So we have here our agenda. One of the things when we were working with the RIAI to develop this, when considering the agenda, we followed the 5 Ps: purpose, preparation, progress, participation, and process. In order to achieve our goals and exceed the expectation of the RIAI and deliver a learning course that replaced what we believe is maybe limiting beliefs with actionable growth-orientated practices towards MMC in Ireland. For context, the RIAI CPD network is a partnership between the RIAI and a commercial company operating in the construction industry. And the network presentation, what we're looking at now, is considered a learning tool that provides relevant, up-to-date information. So our first topic is construction. It sets the stage and builds the scene for early audience engagement. The chosen reasons for change are commonplace in traditional construction and relatable to the audience. Normally, we ask for a show of hands at the start within our CPD. We consistently see 100% agreement that these are the issues that are facing them. The key takeaways that we have on the right-hand side of the screen are a selection of short, memorable statements sourced from gov.ie publications, Modern Methods of Construction Action Plan, June 2025. And the learning outcomes introduces the first mindset change point, design for manufacture and assembly, anchored to a positive sentiment. Again, show of hands would at this point would agree with the statement that MMC and its benefits are not fully understood and negative perceptions exist among clients, architects, banks and insurers. Again, the purpose of this CPD is to change mindsets. It is to show the process and what's possible. Process is the next part, the evolution. Our second topic brings the narrative into clear focus. It answers the popular "what's the difference" question posed by the participating or practicing architects and architectural technologists in regard to process. It's an exceptionally important point. Within minutes of doing our CPD in architectural practices, this question gets asked: what's the difference in the process? So on the left-hand side of the screen there, you will see we have a title: traditional project stages. That's actually the RIAI 7-stage plan for clients and architects to work a project from inception to handover. And on the right, you'll see MMC plus design for manufacture and assembly project stages, and how we have inserted stage 2A. We have stage 4A design freeze, which is new to them. And then we have 5A and 5B, which finishes with we reckon, a 40% time saving on average. We then move on to the action plan. Promoting and accelerate adoption of MMC is a never-ending constant for all MMC Ireland members. To assume the support from government is widely known is, at a minimum, a missed opportunity for positive endorsement of our sector. Even within government departments, the commitment to support and promote an MMC approach across all facets of the construction industry is fairly known. The government has undertaken multiple policy initiatives to promote MMC and strengthen the ecosystem, such as the roadmap for increased adoption of MMC in public housing delivery, and the new MMC related action items in the updated Housing for All action plan and programme for government. So again, in this particular slide, what we show is that this has government support, this has commitment, and it is addressing the government's wish to really deliver housing more than anything else. The next slide we go to is creativity. Creative freedom, the local vernacular, local and national planning requirements. The list of reasons that could be put not to adopt MMC can be lengthy, but as I'm going to show you over the next couple of slides, the reasons are not built on solid ground. They're a perceived limitation in the ability for architects for expression and creativity. Standardized factory modules are often considered repetitive, uninspiring, boxy structures of no architectural merit, but MMC has evolved far beyond this old stereotype. We now enable architects to achieve striking aesthetics without compromise. What we're looking at here on screen is OFIS architects, Slovenia, and they've won numerous awards and lectured internationally, and they are recognised for their distinctive approaches to modular living in mainland Europe. Next slide we show is Cody Architects. Cody delivered the innovative square apartments in Tala. The 8-storey apartment block, which has 133 dwellings, embraces MMC in its use of precast architectural wall panels, offsite manufacturing of bathroom pods, and offsite manufacturing of balconies. It's a leading example of what can be achieved using a mix of traditional and MMC techniques together. Anio Architects, this is a particular one. Studio Anio, in collaboration with then ESS Modular, developed a groundbreaking framework agreement and implemented a fully modern methods of construction CAT-01 scheme in the design and build of Spectrum House in Hillview Gardens in northwest London. The project's swift completion was a testament to the efficiency and integrity of MMC, with 80% of the construction process executed in Ireland, with the units then transported to site and erected in 3 weeks. Again, to look at this, you would never see the difference. Just move on to the next slide. So, HLM Architects, again, they are responsible for coining the phrase standardise the invisible, customise the visible. So standardise the invisible, the structure, anything that is not seen by the eye, and customise the visual, everything that the end user sees. It's a powerful system thinking principle that has been applied by HLM Design in the development of their product-based building solution platform, which you see there on the top right-hand corner. They've long been an enthusiastic champion of MMC and DFMA, industrialised construction. And in fact, every project that they do, they use DFMA principles on to offsite, manufacture and deliver. BIM, halfway there. So the BIM MMC digital transformation. This is something that it matters. BIM standards matter. These standards ensure continuity for the project and provide the project owner with the format they desire. So it is a collaborative way of working underpinned by digital technologies which unlock more efficient methods of designing, creating and paying assets. The government mandate requires the use of building information modelling BIM on all public projects phased from 2024. We're about halfway there now in regards to the adoption, and we will get to a point where smaller projects up to $1 million will come in towards the end of the adoption timeline. So, is MMC sustainable and ready for 2050? Another point that we often hear from architects and architectural technologists is what is MMC in regards to sustainability? Well, we're on a critically important journey to deliver a vision for 2050, a totally decarbonised, circular, resource efficient built environment. Taoiseach mentioned it in his quote in regards to this particular CPD. A built environment that supports restoration of resources and natural systems within a thriving circular economy. Architects make the key initial concept design decisions, where shape, form, grid design and orientation have the greatest potential to influence operational carbon emissions. They influence the specification of all materials used in the building and can hence drive the market towards lower carbon materials. Traditional construction techniques is more of a linear model where they take material extraction, they make on site and they dispose. As we all know, MMC 90% it's more efficient and 90% less waste. To continue on that theme, MMC offers significant benefits by enabling precise integration of high performance installation and airtight solutions in controlled factory environments, which impose energy efficiency and reduces waste compared to traditional methods. MMC's advantages also include faster construction, superior quality control, enhanced health and safety, and potential long-term cost savings, all of which are crucial to in meeting stringent requirements and 2050 climate goals. Again, these documents from government show that there is a commitment out there, but if we like it or not, we are working towards this. Suitability, like what is the criteria for MMC suitability? The further adoption of MMC in Ireland has the potential to greatly enhance productivity in the construction and built environment sector. An MMC approach to building has potential to increase the speed, the adoption of innovation by 30%, the advanced improvements in quality, energy efficiency, and so forth, so on. But is every job suitable? Well, no, it's not. But you can see here on the right hand side where we have offsite manufacturing, we have MMC and DFMA. And if you look at each one of the category and definition, we can soon work out what is good and what's not suited to MMC. And the DFMA overlay to RIAI plan of work. One of the things that a lot of architects that we go to are sometimes surprised at is that their organisation has already done the overlay work plan for DFMA. It's there, it exists, and if we can promote its use along with MMC, we can enhance our sector and bring it on. The report was prepared by the DFMA working group under the chair of David Brown from RKD. Their work has resulted in a report and guide for the adoption. of the FMA and MMC, and not only for the reference of Irish architectural profession, but for the entire Irish construction industry. Performance, how capable, faster and better is MMC? So, this government has set out plans for the country. Bill 2024, National Development Plan, reviewed in 2025, going to 2030, 2050. We have these targets that our government have placed great emphasis on. We believe MMC can enhance productivity by building in a factory setting. It is possible to overcome or migrate the challenge of stagnant productivity. It also allows for much greater standardization of the product whilst producing less waste than conventional construction methods. And that is a quote from the CIOB, Chartered Institute of Building. The construction industry, we feel, is definitely at a pivotal crossroads, with MMC rapidly transforming the sector, but also facing a lackluster approach to acceptance. There's still a lot of people who believe if it's not built with blocks and concrete, it's not properly built. That's something that we all as members have a say in, and an opportunity to counter. Innovation. Go to the innovation slide here, which is the last slide. The MMC market in Ireland is growing. And again, we have the Modern Methods of Construction Action Plan, June 2025, produced by government. And it's actually an excellent document. I recommend anybody in the sector and any member to take it down and read it. It is expected that traditional on-site roles will evolve into positions that require expertise in, for example, logistics, supply chain management, and quality control within a factory setting. Proficiency in operating advanced machinery, robotics, and automated systems will require upskilling and retaining of workers. That is something that, as an industry, we are addressing. And there are now, CETA have done a huge amount of work on this, and recommend that you contact Alan there and see what he can do. So that's in total. Thank you so much for that. The sandwiches are all eaten now. There's just two appendix that we want to have a look at. The first one is just in regards to mindset. So there could be perceived as a fixed mindset for traditional construction and a growth mindset for modern methods of construction. But we need to work together. So better together, bringing both of those together and using traditional and using several different versions of MMC on any project is better for everyone. And the final slide that I have here, appendix 2, is tone counts. As MMC members, we all need to be very cognizant of how we describe what we do, how we do it, and the words and images. Can't underestimate how important they are. There's numerous reports, and here's just 4 of them, that say that there is a barrier to adoption, and that is in regards to belief in quality, the prefab name set, the stigma of that. So there's a number of things that we can do as members to counter that. And I wish you all the best for that. That's the slide. Thank you all very much.
Thank you for that, Alan. If anybody's got any questions for CPAC, please say or pop them in the chat. But that's an interesting session. Thank you. No questions. Anything else you want to add to Alan or the team?
Well, no, just we have a fantastic organisation in MMC Ireland. As we said, Paul is in with government today. We do have situations where even government departments, as we said, either don't know or work against us as an industry in downplaying what we can do for the nation, for the construction industry, and how we can address housing, how we can address schooling and healthcare. with and give better long-term value for the government spend. So I think we just need to support more and work together to ensure that the lexicon words that we use are always positive and that we look for engagement. This isn't a them or us or traditional construction or MMC construction. What this should be is construction together.
Thanks for that, Alan. Thank you. Right, so I suppose we could wrap up this session perhaps, and we've got some thank yous in the chat. Our next one will be the end of August with BRE Academy, but yeah, we put out a request for a collective message to go back with positive message on MMC. So I'll reach out to you, Alan, on that as well for further information from you. But yeah, thank you so much. Pardon?
Yeah, happy for that. Yeah, thank you to everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much then for
See you
everybody
now.
joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.